Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Good morning, YouTube. I'm back today to show you the progress I'm making on my bench. I pretty much have the top of it cleaned off. My goal is to clean all the non-essential items off the bench. I don't know if you remember, but I had a bunch of little pill containers sitting around with screws, various screws and things like that in them. These items, I would like to mount somewhere to get them off the bench. Same with the charger for my cordless screwdriver. That's the radio that I need to put together. Once that's together, that'll be gone. And that's my helping hand, and it has the radio circuit board in it right now. I did move the glue and two flashlights back of the cord there. I think they'll stay there as long as I don't get too rambunctious. Of course, my solder station, I don't think there's anything else I can do with that unless I would put it on that shelf there. And it's a possibility, but you know, I don't know. This is a case I found for my little Kodak Playful. I just got kind of tired of putting it in. You know, it needs a little case, so that's what I come up with on that. Now these tools here is I'm trying to find a way of getting these off the bench. Some sort of holder that I can put on the pegboard. As you can see, they're a little bit difficult to assign a holder to. I mean, your screwdriver holders doesn't work with them. It almost has to be a little box of some kind where they'll fit inside. But those are something I use a lot on the bench. So you know, that's my dilemma with those. I did say something about creating a junk drawer. I didn't exactly create a junk drawer, but I created a junk box inside the drawer, which works just the same. I have plenty of drawer space. I didn't want to just throw it all in there willy-nilly, so I've got my little bench computer in there too, in case I need that. All the little what do you call it? Pill bottles with screws and various things in it are right there. They fit very nicely there, and my Q-tips, scissors, tapes. There's some loose batteries in there. That should hold those just fine. I have more space back in the back to put more stuff in, but I haven't. I'm going to save that for future expansion, I think, because I have some of those pill containers there that have various liquids in it, and that one that's got my diodes in it's too big to fit in there. So you know, then I have stuff like this antenna, which I would like to eventually mount up here somewhere. That's the FM dipole antenna, and I like to put that up there somewhere and use that for FM reception. And let's see, the extra loop AM loop antenna that came with that parts radio, I can use that as my AM antenna, which will work real nice. Those are good for aligning radios that you know, you have to put in an input signal. You put it into that and set it next to the radio, and that's usually enough to couple it over, and that'll be a good deal. So like I said before, next up on my agenda of fixing things will be the meters, and I have the IM13 is going to be next, and I'm going to basically go through that completely before I get on another one. I'm kind of getting tired of doing one little project here and one little project there and not finishing any of them. So that's the plan on that. And then probably by that time I should have my glue. I looked at Walmart yesterday. It's kind of a funny story. Online it says the E6000 glue is in the office supplies. Well, I went to the office supplies, didn't see it, and we went on and did some grocery shopping, and I came back and I thought, well, there was a lady there, and I thought, well, I'll ask her. She says, well, that's back in crafts, and which, you know, a lot of times it is. So I trekked back to, which is like the furthest corner in the store, and I trekked back there and could not find it there. It was, all the glues were there, but the E6000 wasn't. So anyway, next plan was to go to Home Depot, which actually they have it a little cheaper. It's a smaller tube, but I don't really need a lot for what I want. And I am anticipating a reconing on the other speaker. I'm going to try to carefully remove the cone from the parts radio speaker and use the frame from the $5 radio and put them all together and try to see if I can get a good speaker out of that. That's the plan anyway, so that should give me 2 good speakers by the time I get the other one done. So that's kind of the plans and some of the progress I'm making here on the bench. I have my pegboard is pretty well filled out, but I mean there's a lot of things that I could move, like the head magnifier thing there, that could go somewhere else. The blister pack type tools and things that are up there, I had that stripper in that over there, but every time I would pull it out of there, it would pull the pegs out, and I didn't like that. My nut driver set, that seems to be working pretty good there, because every time I don't really need it that often, and you know, I can get it off there, along with that extension for the nut driver. That works pretty good there. So my meter doesn't have to sit up there. It's just out of the way right now, and I use it sometimes to read things, and it's actually kind of handy there. So, you know, and then these lead sets that I have could probably go in a drawer somewhere. And that's another AM loop antenna that came from a stereo that I still have. So, and my mirror, so I've got my hookup wire hanging on that hook there, and that's not a good place for it. So I don't really use the mirror a lot, but you know, I like to have it available when I want it. So that's some of the things I'm working on, and I tried to go 2 days without making a video, but I couldn't do it. I have to make a video now and then. So that's just a quick update on what I'm doing here. Not real quick, it's 7 minutes and something already. But anyway, like I said, that's some of the things I'm doing here, and I guess I'll let you get back to what you're doing, and thanks for watching.